Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we're back with the MIG31BM, as you can see. This is just an update because a lot of people are watching the other video and I think it's been updated a little bit since then, so I'm just giving you a bit of a progress update. Now again, this is not my mod, this is a mod by RVSNpilot. He's on the DCS forums and he's actively bringing this aircraft up to date. At the moment, the weapon system off to the back is still offline, but I've been told when 2.0 comes out, it will be online and available. So issue still with the mod at the moment. You still cannot rearm the aircraft from the menu screen, from the mission editor, so you have to shut down the engines and arm it here. So let's just quickly put these missiles on. Weapons haven't changed. There's still big R33s on the under fuselage, and you still got the R40s and R60s on the outside. So let's slap those on. Model is still the same. I believe it was 1.5 before when I played it last. So I think it's still the same version of DCS, but what's really changed is the inside. Now I've turned off my track because I know a lot of people don't like my track moving around a lot, so I've turned it off for now. We can't really look around, but the mirrors now work, which is a nice touch. And there's also one just up top. You can just about see it. There is. Let me turn on my track for a second. There is a map radar. You can see. I'm gonna zoom in and out, but that has all the airfields on it, which is quite awesome. You can see we're on an airfield there, so that's very nifty. I really wish more DCS aircraft had that you can see all the runways on the map like that. I think this might be something from the new Su-27. I haven't really tried it yet, to be honest, so I wouldn't know. But there is some sort of weird overlay on the map, so I'm not sure what's going on there. You can just see what looks like an ILS approach in some waypoints. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but the cockpit now is mostly modeled. At least there's stuff in it rather than the blind before. A lot of the textures have been fixed. You can see now I have a working artificial horizon and also the instrument panels here and the fuel gauges. None of the switches work still, and you can see, if I stop for a second, XYZ written all on the panels there, so they're all placeholders. And the G meters on there for some odd reason, but I'm not going to question Russian design. But everything mostly appears to be coming together. So now that we're fully armed, I'm going to go look up a B-52 and go shoot down very quickly, and I'll slap on the end of this video just so you guys can see the weapons that work again. So let me just get everything all set up and I'll just go take off now. So I'll catch you guys in the air. Alright guys, welcome to the office. This is the MIG31BM's cockpit now. Well, as we said earlier, I've noticed a few new things since I was last here. There's now a light switch which beams little red lights, which is pretty nifty. And there's the red panel looks a bit weird, but you know, it's nice. There's a B-52 ahead of me and I've locked it up. Now first I do apologize for the lot of swaying of the aircraft. The aircraft, remember, it's an Su-27 in the sky, so it kind of handles just like an Su-27, which is a little bit unfortunate. Now to look at the target, you still have to go on infrared mode rather than radar. Someone mentioned this in the comment the other day, thinking I was a complete moron for doing so. They didn't actually listen to me in the video, so I'm declaring it now. You need to use electrical optic EO, which is the infrared mode, to use the weapons on board. So I'm in my EO mode, and I'll lock it up. If I show you in a radar mode, and I lock up the target here, I think it breaks the lock almost immediately. Though I can't even lock it up at the moment. So let's go back to the infrared mode. And now lost target. Drag out the radar. And it's over here. Alright. The display is giving me something weird. The R33s, which I've toggled on, have something like, you know, depending on which variant, anywhere between 120 to 300 kilometers. I think a nautical mile range. It's a ridiculous range. So it's very odd that, given that I'm, you know, what is this, like 20 nautical miles? Yeah, 20 nautical miles range. It's giving me on the weapon range that I am significantly out of range. I suspect the weapon isn't quite modeled fully. Also, these missiles are not particularly accurate. So I'm just going to give a test round to see what you guys just show you guys what it does and what it looks like. To launch the missile, you must override the launch authorization. So at the moment, you've got no launch authorization, no LA on your HUD. I've toggled a key to do it, so I'll just turn it on now, and there you go, launch authorized. So bear in mind, the weapon, according to the weapon range indicator on the HUD, it's massively out of range. So I'm just going to give it a go anyways. Yep, missiles away. Alright. There goes an R33. I hope it's tracking. Let me put myself on autopilot first. There we go. that's all. It's fuel gone. So let's see if it's actually tracking it. So I'm very curious to see if it actually hits. There's a B-52 in the corner. Looks like we're not even going to be remotely close to the B-52. Sailing by. Alright guys, so as you can see, not particularly accurate. These missiles are not, as I said before, not working quite as intended. I don't think they're working very well at all. You may, as saw before there, I was firing at the B-52 from very short range, and it wasn't acquiring. Well, it appeared initially to be acquiring, but also not actually hitting the target. So I'll fire another one and see what happens. Just set on the autopilot again, see if this one hits. I think now we're getting very close to B-52. Again, not quite acquiring the target. So I think this B-52 will probably get to live another day. Let me disengage my autopilot here. There is a gun pod on this thing. We just lock up the target so I keep track of it. If I go to the external view for a second here, on the rear right there is a gun pod. If you can just see between the two missiles. So I'll fire it very quickly. You can see there it is. Just be warned, there's only 2 bursts for that gun. That was 1 burst. I now have another burst only. So it doesn't pack much ammo. Well, I think it may have 3 or 4 bursts. It's not much, whatever the actual counter specifically says. So it's really quite a last-ditch thing. Alright guys, well that B-52 gets to live another day. I'm gonna cut the video here. There's very little to it. It's only really an update video to what I previously said before. I'm really looking forward to more of this aircraft when it's comes online, and I'm hoping a flight model eventually to go with it. Alright guys, well this is Nate out.